Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to my 7th Q&A. This is the 7th time I've done this. Haven't done one since 2018, but it's an honor to be back. And interestingly enough, what I'm wearing today. Oh, Shotsy, it's getting late. Good for you to getting in bed at a decent time these days when we used to be up a little bit later. Yeah, I'm tired too. Like, I want to get to bed soon as well. Yeah, so it's been a couple of years since this, and a lot's changed, a lot's stayed the same. So it's going to be good to get through some of these questions. All right, here we go. The first question is from Logan West, and he says, "Hi CrystalFissure, I've been a big fan for a while and love your Spyro videos. It's the first game I've ever played and I always enjoy them every time I play. I have made a list of achievements for the 3 original games on PS1. Would you be willing to try them out? And I guess my other question is, would you have time to play a Spyro game with me? Just thought I'd ask. I'm sure you are busy. Thank you for all that you do. Well, Logan, that's a good question. Would I be willing to try them out? Of course, because they are achievements. It's one of those things where I guess they kind of added them into the Reignited trilogy, but having them in the original game, yes, that's awesome. I did hear, apparently they actually have this kind of thing. They have it like somewhat in Duck Station now. Like, Duck Station have achievements. So is this thing through Duck Station? I guess it's a follow-up question. So you can leave a comment here, if it is. If it is in Duck Station, then yeah, absolutely, I'll try it out. If not, sure. And we have time to play a Spyro game with you. It depends. I mean, I guess you can have me on Discord. You can find me on Discord, I'm sure. The ISGP server as well. So yeah, absolutely, there is a possibility that you could do that. If I am free. I'm busy-ish, honestly depends on when you ask me. Sometimes I'm busy, sometimes I'm not. So yeah, thank you, Logan. That was a great question. So questions 2. So John Calder, CrystalFissure, would you be willing to do a let's play of Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko? I love that game as a kid, along with Pac-Man Modern Medieval, along with the original trilogies of Spyro and Crash. Another good one. Gex 3, I did Gex 2. I enjoyed it. Love Gex 2. I won a Gex 2. I won a Gex tournament. I played. It was what was it? I played. Let me just move this slightly over here. So I'm like looking a bit more in the center. There you go. Yeah. So I won a Gex tournament, and I mainly won it by playing Gex 2. The thing is that Gex 3, I just find it so much worse. I find it so much more annoying. Hello, BL Raven Wizard. Long time no see. Oh, not that long, but time no see. So yes, it's been a while since I've never actually beat Gex 3. So Gex 3 is like a genuine pain in the ass for me. So I'm not gonna say no, but I'm gonna say not in the near future. Even with the Let's Play Renaissance, I feel like maybe. Then we have a comment saying "Sun's out, guns out" from King Europe 1. Of course. That it's funny. It's. I'll talk about this a little bit later, but it is crazy to watch that video. That first little hint at Spyro 4. You look at me now, and then it's ridiculous. Like, I was obviously still lifting and stuff like that, but I'm down a lot of weight since then. That was a healthy weight. That was fine, but right now I'm like almost under what I'm doing with the whole cut and everything like that. I'll explain that a bit later, but yeah, wow, it's like kind of shocking to look at that footage. Jimmy Wong says, would you do more Spyro beta videos? I love the long Spyro the Dragon prototype videos you did. I would love to do some more beta videos. I need to get more content for them first. I know that there's like stuff's always in the works secretly with that, like trying to procure new copies, new mods, not new mods, but new things. So I need the right one to do. I would love to do Alex Shadow's version, the one, but I think that one kind of exists now, like out there, but it's a very similar version. There's a bunch of prototypes, but a lot of them have a lot of there's like no real difference. So yeah, we'll look into that. And I will, if you put questions in the chat like now, I will answer them as well, because if they're sort of quick ones, then I might answer some questions at the end. We'll give like a chance to go put your questions in. Let's go. Another question from Jimmy Wong says, what is your upload schedule like? Well, this past week was fucked, so quite frankly, so I have not I didn't upload this week because of quite a few reasons, so I just could not be bothered. I could not be bothered. So, but the schedule is that I want to do at least 3 videos a week. That's the idea, 2 to 3 a week. I know back in the day I used to do 1 a day. Sometimes I did 2 in a day. Sometimes 3, barely. Oh, Adro B. That's actually not the name of this track is actually the name of this track. Fuck, what is the name of the original track? Beach Walk or something like that. This was going to be a beat for my friend Adro, who I saw for the first time in like 5 years a couple weeks ago. We talked wrestling, and then he came to an RCW show, wrestling show. That was awesome. Whiplash says that my music gives him flashbacks to my MDMA days, lol. So he's not on MDMA anymore. Never done it. Sure, it's a good time. I don't doubt it. It's, you know, you don't want to be fentanyl overdose, but I'm sure that there's not like a massive risk. But you know, we're not drug encouragers on this channel, but I'm a drug, like, do whatever you want, just be safe and don't be a dick. You know, don't be a dick to other people. But I'm glad that the music gives you those vibes. Hopefully, it's a good day, not a bad day. Mabem almost says opinions on oat milk. None. Have no opinion. I like oat milk, but I don't like oat milk. I literally do not have any opinion on it. So yeah, then there's a good question here. My question is, when is CrystalFissure's Kitchen Season 2 premiering? So a lot of fans, subscribers, whatever, wouldn't even know what CrystalFissure's Kitchen is. You know, it's one of those ones where they'd be thinking, what is this? What are you talking about? Like, I reference it every now and then, but it's this cooking show. It was a sort of an ironic cooking show that kind of became semi-serious and then developed a storyline, and it did get me, it ingratiated me within the hearts of the boarding house at my high school, because I had a couple of friends in the boarding house, and the boarders were very territorial people. You know, they sort of, what's the word? Like, they had their own sort of territory. They had their own sort of thing they did, and me doing this, it sort of started as almost like an ironic meme of me, and then I ended up hanging out with them, becoming really good friends with a bunch of them. So I love the boarders, so shout out to them. But I haven't talked about that in years. But yeah, so when is Season 2 premiering? I'll bring it back one day. That is a certain guarantee. I definitely will. I promise you that. Okay, there we go. All right, what else we got here? Okay, so we've got Against the Machines. They ask, do you know what happened to Jordan Fringe and his Spyro videos? I do know what happened, and Jordan Fringe is a friend of mine and a lovely guy. Hey, Kefin, just doing the Q&A. So Jordan Fringe was and is a huge Spyro fan, and he would have no problem with me telling you guys this. He loves Spyro. You look at his Twitter account, and he still tweets about Spyro when it comes up and everything like that. But to be put frankly, I think he would have no issue pointing out that he got burnt out doing what he was doing. He also got a lot of hate, and a lot of undue hate towards it. So he decided to transition to one of his other passions, which was Pokemon. I guess to a similar extent, the Pokemon community does have a lot of toxicity. That just saying it, just speaking out loud, it does. And he didn't really enjoy it that much either. And the thing is, I think one of his real passions, I mean, like a lot of us, a lot of people my age have a lot of passion towards like Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network shows that we watched as a child and in our teenage years. And so he decided to transition from Spyro to Pokemon to now sort of nostalgic and TV content, and he's really carved a niche. He has gotten bigger than ever before. He's doing amazing. The thing is, his videos are analytical, they're fun, they're great. The Spyro stuff was good. I like the Spyro stuff, but what he's doing now is the best he's ever been, in my humble opinion. I think he's fantastic. Jordan Fringe's content is, it sounds like cliche saying content, such a detached word, but his videos bring me a lot of joy. They're great fun, they're analytical, and I'm really happy for what he's doing. Will he ever do Spyro again? Probably not. Will you ever see him maybe live stream about it? I'd love to have him on as a guest if he's ever free. He's too famous for me now. Seriously, he's outgrown me, that's for sure. Yeah, quick question here before we jump to the next one is from Mantis Rob. Pixely the Gamer. Have you heard of the user Spyro? I haven't. It kind of seems familiar, but I haven't heard. Not that I can think of, Mantis Brawl says, hey Mr. Fisher, can you explain the logic behind Toys for Bob adding a purple filter to reignite it in Crash 4? I can't wrap my head around it. Well, aesthetically, it helped cover some of the textures and vibe. Like for example, they did it notably in Breeze Harbor to make it look more kind of like, I don't know, like it just kind of look more what aesthetic they wanted to match. It kind of was just it's sort of a lazy thing. They also did it in High Caves. It was just it's something to do with if they haven't like built out the lighting engine properly, you'll notice that they didn't really, I mean they did use it in Spyro 1 Reignited, but they use it more in later games. So it's probably just a time constraint thing. Booga Booga says, in 2015-2016, I used to binge on your Spyro glitch videos. Even though the furthest I went on Spyro was a demo disc when I was a kid, was some good content, man. The views were also disproportionately popular in ratio to channel size at the time. And if you did the same sort of thing for Crash or any of those classics, I'd definitely be keen to watch. Anyways, I didn't have any questions. Keep it up. Well, thank you. It's a lovely thing to say. Ooga Booga, thank you very much. Amelia Cookle says, when will we get more footage of the gun show? Soon. Very soon. I will just spam it everywhere. As I said, there is a reason why I'm wearing a Kenny Omega shirt with a jacket. There's a reason. Let's see. William says, hi CrystalFisure, what is your favorite PS1 level? Spyro. PS1 Crash level. PS1 Ape Escape level. That's a good one. That's a tough one. Crash level. I love, as generic as it is to say, Crash is, Turtle Woods is awesome, right? Snow Goes awesome. Those first Warp Room levels are amazing, but I also really like, Sooner or Later, and Unbearable as well, even though it's like a really tough level. For Crash 3 though, I guess, thinking about that, like, what's the level called? What's the level? There's a really good platformery one. Like Flaming Passion looks amazing, like from an aesthetic perspective. Rob, remember Rob, spell Amelia correctly. You gotta, it's Amelia. No, don't worry about the A in the middle there, see? I'm just helping you. I know, but you guys did ask the same question, classic. But yeah, we just missed it. I already covered the question, but, so what was the other thing? PS1 Spyro level? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't have an answer for that. It's tough because I don't think about it. I don't think about what my favorite level is, but I mean, a lot of the time I think about it in terms of music. So it's like, in terms of music, I always Dry Canyon. Like it's not my favorite level, but it's like got one of my favorite music, so I absolutely love it. I don't know. It's tough. Crystal Glacier, I find myself really liking that one lately, but I don't have an answer. It's tough. And then PS1 Ape Escape level, Dark Ruins, because of the music as well, but also because it's fucking awesome. Cray, what's up? Not James Cray, but Cameron Sawaya says, came for the nice suit and stayed for the good music. Good. I like Vintage Memory is a good track. This is a really good one. This bit here, it's got a great like acapella, like not acapella, sorry, arpeggio. It's like building up a filter. So this was a really this section of Vintage Memory became the inspiration for Traffic and Tea, which is another song on the album. I basically just copied it. Okay, it's indicative here, before I get to some of these other questions here about the insider context of Activision, can you leak anything about Spyro 4? I mean, obviously, even if I could, I wouldn't, but I'll just say this flat out, like, I know what you guys know, and that is that it's very clearly something's going on, but a matter of what, I can't say. We can't say. We don't know. We don't know, and even if we did, we wouldn't say. But we don't know. Zindictive says, will you actually commit to return to the Let's Plays and everything, or will you just head back to more Spyro videos after a month or two before eventually going silent on this channel and returning only active on ISGP? It's a burn. It's a burn of a question. It's like a fuck. You're gonna fucking. If someone donates $10 or $5, like that is 20 kilos there. I would do 20 shrugs like this with the 20 kilos and attempt the curl. That's very, very fucking heavy. So yeah. So if you donate, we'll see. Sawaya, is it Sawaya? Okay, cool. Sawaya, is that like, it sounds, Sawaya, it sounds like Japanese. But yeah, so I mean, the answer to that, Zin, is yes, I do believe so. Now, the Let's Play Renaissance, as we keep calling it, that's something that's probably going to, like, it's going to happen. What the fuck? Why does that not have the picture? That's from the same album. You know, the thing is, right, is that, like, that's going to start next year. So the LPs are going to start next year. So I've got a lot of Spyro content still to go, right? There's like a lot to go. So that's still going to be the focus, but I will be, you know, jumping back into retrospective. So yes, don't worry. And don't worry, I need to finish off some more Tony Hawk stuff and, you know, get some guests and LPs and all that kind of stuff. So yes. Any updates on your house music career and any future music album to look forward to? Yes, new EP. I know I said this I said it last year. I just have not finished the mastering of these tracks. I will get them. Chrono, you're paying $10 to see me pick up two 20-kilo weights and do 20 shrugs with them and then attempt the curl, which will be very, very difficult. And the more money you donate, the more things I'll do with them. That's the bribe bet. They're big. I'll show you in a sec. They're heavy. So yeah, music stuff. Don't worry, stuff's coming soon. Stuff's coming soon as well. If you're a fan of cassettes, look forward to it. Okay, let's just say that. All right, and then any other avenues, creative or not, that you have interest in doing at some point to broaden your skills or something. For example, getting involved in a wrestling promotion as an interviewer, announcer, or God forbid, ref or wrestler. And the answer to that, my friend, is yes. And that is exactly what I'm wearing right now. My name. I have an alternate career that I've jumped into in the last 2 years, but rather specifically in the last 3 months, I am now a wrestling presenter / interviewer for Riot City Wrestling. And my gimmick name, my worker name is Carmine Leguzio. So basically, Carmine Leguzio is it's a reference to I Think You Should Leave. Thank you, Mid-Excalibur. Congrats on the absolutely amazing videos you've been doing lately, and just thanks for stopping by, my friend. It's a pleasure. Have to speak to you soon. I know we got some plans for some cool video stuff potentially soon, so looking forward to that for sure. But yeah, so I'm Carmine Leguzio. I think you should leave reference. Suffice to say, Carmine's a lot. You look like Vince McMahon. I don't want to look like an accused rapist, but look, Vince is very prolific. He may be a scumbag piece of shit garbage, but he's a decent looking guy. He's a decent looking guy, but he's allegedly accused of a lot of really bad shit, and he's also not allegedly, he's also objectively done a lot of horrible stuff. Now, let's see. I'm just trying to look at some of these other questions, because are you a fan of any modern 3D platformers? Yes and no. It's like I haven't played a heap. Like, is Ratchet and Clank a platformer? So I don't know. Like, modern, I need to get Kena Bridge of Spirits. I know it's like mixed reaction, but whatever. Psychonauts 2, need to play that. Very much heard that's a really good game. Abdullah Khan says, why do you think we aren't seeing as many 3D platformers compared to the PS1 era? It was Burnout, and then it was the fact that the market didn't want to see it as much anymore. They wanted FPS, they wanted shooters. So it's, it's annoying, but it's slowly coming back. Stephen Bucaro says, will you do more wrestling content as streams? I really enjoyed your discussion on CM Punk signing in AEW. Also, what would you say is your favorite match from this year? This is the kind of questions I want to see. This is it. I would love to just do wrestling videos all the fucking time, but I know that people don't want it. People don't want that, People don't want that. What do I think? Will I do more? Yes, I will. And what would I say is my favorite match from this year? Kenny vs Hangman was unbelievable. Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page, unbelievable match. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston was a tremendous brawl. Lucha Bros versus Lucha Bros versus Young Bucks was tremendous. Some of the matches from Wrestle Kingdom earlier this year were awesome. yeah, so many good matches. All right, now what the fuck? All right, so let's see. Have you considered OpenAI? I haven't considered OpenAI, Kefford, with the music, but that's kind of cool. Like that's very cool. And Alien and Mantis says I only know about the PS2 game. I'm not a fan. That's fine. Hey, that's all good. That's perfectly fine. Oh shit. Okay. I think it's rare to see some Q&A streams. I know it's kind of it's an old thing. I guess I'm gonna have to go get it. Don't know if you can hear this, but alright, let's see. Trying to get it in the shot, you can't see me. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, $20. So yeah, these are 20. Oh, fuck. Holy shit, the penguin ass walkers, because it's 40 kilos, so it's huge. Jesus Christ, that was tough. I'm done. Fuck, okay, so that's, yeah. Anyway. Fuck, so the thing is, it's about a shrug, right? A shrug is like where you go like this, and so you're shrugging the weight, so it basically traps back here, so it basically makes your arm, like, makes you, like, look really like this. Do you get what I mean? Fuck, it's tough. $5 well spent. $5 well spent. $5 and I'll do as many curls as I physically can before I like literally drop. Okay, anyway. The question was, by the way, the arm chip is any more news on Enter the Dragonfly mod and how would you plot Spyro 4 from the UK? Thank you, arm chip is. So the news is that expect more next year, probably early next year, expect more. Don't expect a release yet. There's no release date yet, but that's okay. I know it is endorphins, isn't it? It actually feels good. I already did biceps earlier today outside. So that's the thing, I did like 3,700 kilos, like lifted there. So it's kind of like just doing rep 9 sets. I did 9 sets of with 17 kilos and 12. So I've already kind of used it, but anyway, yeah. So the news is that expect more, but don't expect a release date. How would I plot Spyro 4? I think Canadian guy did a video about this recently, but it's interesting. I think you could return to an old planet for sure, like an old world, or you could go to a whole new thing. Everyone always goes the time travel thing. I think you don't need to have time travel thing to have different kind of thematic worlds. I think you should have 4 worlds, 4 up to 5 worlds with 5-6 levels in, similar concept, but maybe have them all bridged together. Maybe have it like in a Jack and Daxter F-esque hub world. I think that while it's generic, you can bring back 2 villains, absolutely. Like you can bring back Ripto, you can bring back Nasty Nork. Beyond that, we'll discuss it maybe in another video, I think. Yeah. Is that shoulder thing hard? Yeah, it is hard. I can shrug 30, 32.5, but 20 is yeah. I say kilos since I'm European. You gotta come to the UK and the Vic and take me to the gym. I know, I'll get to Victoria next year, keep it hopefully. Okay. But yeah, thank you. Once again, thank you for that very generous donation, because that's double in Australian dollars. So I very much appreciate any financial backing of the channel. It's awesome. But yeah, all right. Parker Monkey says, dream guest commentator / collaborator on the channel. I'd love to talk to Wampa Lewis. I know we follow each other on Twitter and stuff like that. Wampa Lewis is a really nice guy, a very genuine guy. You can tell he's got a great energy and a very passionate fan, and he's very successful at what he does. So I'd absolutely love to get in contact with him properly. There's 3, I guess. So him. Then I would say Dayo Man. Like, again, we've sort of spoken a little bit over the years. He's watched my stuff over the years. I've watched his stuff, this year, really. And he's a great guy, and again, would love to have him on the channel. He, to me, represents the kind of speedrunner that I absolutely love, which is one that has like an amazing personality mixed with just immense skill. Like, he is so charismatic and so funny that he's just an absolutely great guy. Yeah, all right. Holy crap, it's 5 AM. Why am I watching this? Says, where's the source? I don't know where's the source, but I thank you for doing so. I wish I could actually click to your channel, but I can't. Anyway, so then, what do we got here? Oh, we got like 26 people here. Shit, like 26 people saw me fucking lift. Great. Like bad, kind of badly. And then the third person would be Rob Scallon, who you guys may know as a big famous music YouTuber who subscribed to me years ago and like would make his appearances every now and then in streams, and we'd sort of talk a couple of times. And yeah, he's just like a really, really talented musician, very, very talented. I love him. So I'd love to work with him or do a stream with him or do anything with him. Any news about Spring Savannah? Not as of now. Don't believe it's fully cancelled, but not as of now. It's sad. It's very sad. It's very, very, very sad that we can't say much about it, and like I don't really know much about it, but I just know that one day you'll get something. Made the planet skating things that move to Ratchet and Clank. Yeah. Do you think that a game would be better with lots of small levels like the original trilogy, or a small level of massive levels? Yeah, see, I think smaller levels are better. They can be bigger than 2 and 3, but they shouldn't be the size of it. The problem was Enter the Dragonfly had big levels, but the other one that was kind of fucked was the big issue was, what's the game? It was what was it called? Hero's Tale was too big. The levels were too big. I would rather a fifth world and cut down each level by about 20%, 15%. It would have made all the difference. A fifth world would have been so much better. By the way, yeah, but before I get back to some of these other questions, if you got an offer to have a competent studio at your disposal to produce any game you wanted, what would you want to make? This can be an existing IP or an original idea. Yeah, Spyro and Ape Escape. That's what I'd do. What has been your favorite memory in the channel's history so far? That's a bloody good question. And then I'll get to the armchair business question. That's a really good question. I don't know. Best favorite moment? I mean, one of them's got to be beating Beamer in Speed Freaks, because that was seriously one of the most difficult things I ever did in video games. The other thing in the channel's history was like going on through the meetups, meeting up with people, going to Europe to meet up, going to Japan, like things that happened in my real life that I happened to capture on YouTube. So I, that's the thing, like it almost sounds like I don't have any good memories because I can't think of the best one, but just generally the channel has brought me the most joy in my life I've ever had. Without the YouTube channel, I would be a much more miserable person. Not that I'm a miserable person without it, but I just think that it made me a better person. YouTube made me a much better, more confident person. Doing the Italian thing here. I've been watching videos since pretty much I started using the site, and I'm glad you're still somewhat active after all these years. Looking forward to the full Q&A. Thank you very much. Parker Monkey. Crash Bandicoot says, damn boy be getting swole AF. You hitong the iron? Yes, and you can see that just 5 minutes ago. What's your favorite Pokemon and type overall? Favorite Pokemon, that's from MewMewVet. Favorite Pokemon, well, my favorite Pokemon game was Diamond and Pearl, for sure. That was just huge for me. I beat the Pokédex in that, like the national dex. And type, love water type, always been soft for water type, always had a soft spot for the water type. But favorite Pokemon, I absolutely loved, what's the final, Piplup, final one, I mean, yeah, Torterra, loved that one. Loved, what's that one that's, Marshall, like the one with the final evolution of like Mudkip. I love that one. Groudon, I used to call it Groudon as a kid, or Kyogre. I used to say Kyogre. Who knows how the hell it's pronounced nowadays. Yeah. Marnie says, why are you hot? It is quite hot in Adelaide. It is summer. I mean, it actually has not been that hot for a while. And yeah, I guess I don't know. It's hot weather, but as a sincere, thank you very much for the compliment. I don't know. You gotta care about how you look, and you gotta put the work in, put in the hours, as they say. It's about drive, it's about power, as they say, as The Rock said in the Tech 9 track. And are you single? And that's a apropos question. I guess yes, but it's a complicated sort of scenario here. It's funny. I was like, oh, every question is available to be answered. I have no secrets, but that's kind of, we don't need to talk about that. You know what I mean? It's sort of not overly relevant to the stream at the moment, but I do appreciate. It's funny you asked that. It's very poor timing. But thank you, Marnie. And thanks for 10 people for liking that. Thanks for the confidence booster there. Can we please have tickets to the gun show, says Kefir. There you go. Then, okay, before we get to Night and Sea, I'll just read through some comments here. So thank you again to the Armchair Business for, again, a very kind £5 donation. Can you name your favourite song from each of the Spyro Trilogy games, 1, 2, and 3? Once again, thank you very much for donating. I really appreciate that, because it's a lot of money. So 1, I'm gonna go with Ice Cavern or Dry Canyon, right? They're just fucking amazing. 2, I'm gonna go with Crystal Glacier again. I talked about how I liked it before. I also absolutely love Harakos, and Aquaria Towers is also really good, and Metropolis, and what's that one? There's like a Metropolis. What's it called? What's that one called? There's one that's like Crash 2. It's like Spyro 2. It's like a special. I actually had it in a video. Like there's like a CrystalFissure video that's like all the old things. But yeah, it's hard. Yeah, that one I'm just gonna go with that. And 3 is just has a great soundtrack with Ryan Beveridge helping out Copeland. So for me, I'd say I know it's generic, but Fireworks Factory is incredible. What else is incredible? I really like Icy Peak. I really dig. That was the Desert Ruins. That's really good. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. What's my day job? Web designer. So I'm a web designer, build websites. Have you still not played Poi yet? No, I haven't. I should. I know I should. Niall says, speaking of Speed Freaks, I remember one of the developers commenting on your videos. Did you ever get a chance to interview him or chat further? No, I didn't, unfortunately. I really wish I did, though, because it seems like a lovely guy. What's his name? Like Ken or something? But, yeah. Have you heard the story about Vaporeon? I have not. Mantis Brawl, Jordan Fringe, boo the F up. I wonder if we're getting the Spyro wagon when Spyro 4 gets close. I'd love him to cover it. I'd love him to cover Spyro in the middle of his all of his other massive blow up videos, right? And then just everyone be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And all the OGs would be like, "Mate, this is the king." Lanina, yeah, classic. Would you ever do a let's play of the GBA game Spyro's Adventure / Attack of the Rhinox? Yes, probably yes, because I hated Season of Ice. It sucked. It's a bad game. It's a pain in the ass. But I heard that Adventure is a lot better. So I reckon we might do that. I reckon I might play that for sure. At some point. Stephen Bucaro, when would you say you stopped watching WWE, and was it one certain thing that made you stop, or you phased it out over time? Well, I won't bore you with too many comments, because I know that this is going to really alienate a bunch of people and they're going to be really annoyed at me. But to me, there is no way you could watch the show and claim to be, you're accepting too much morality or like immorality to watch the show, because Vince McMahon sued the widow of a man who fell to his death on live pay-per-view, and they cleaned it up. Basically, it was essentially the show should have been shut down. He did this, he sues Martha, and he has done that and thousands of other bad things, and led to the deaths of people, and encouraged steroid abuse, and covered up child molestation ring. Just look up Mel Phillips. Child ring. Be careful what you Google, but it's one of those things where, yeah, they basically employed this pedophile, and then they brought him back under the proviso that he stays away from kids. So to me, it's just morally repugnant. On top of that, he's been accused of rape, and he's been accused of sexual assault, and these are fairly credible allegations as well. So for me, it's just like, I just couldn't accept watching it, but also I just think that the show's not very good. It's not for me. I'm not saying that like everyone has to like is going to think like me, but to me, it's just not a very entertaining show. It's just kind of for like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. But funnily enough, its demographic is actually hitting a bunch of old people. So yeah, I just phased it out over time, because I found that New Japan and AEW, when AEW came later, but New Japan and Ring of Honor and Impact and everything else was just more interesting to me. Lucha Underground, huge for me. Yeah. Thanks for that question. I always love to get my soapbox about Vince. Night and C says, hope all is well. Was curious if you're comfortable talking about your workout regime, what workout plan, meals, what you eat, and what you got motivated to shoot for those gains. I made a huge body transformation myself, and I gotta say, I'd never go back to my old lifestyle of not caring with my health. It's such a confidence booster. Happy holidays. I agree. It is such a massive confidence booster. I'm just gonna take my shirt off, and that's not the timing of that. It's just too hot in here. The thing is in terms of workout regime, it's like 3 to 5 times a week, trying to hit every body part. Did not hit legs enough, but I am now. Trying to do everything, and just workout plan and meals and stuff like that. It just came down to, I was in a deficit. I was eating a lot, 1,200 to 800 calories, which is enough to lose about 1 kilo a week almost. You do plateau in the middle there, unfortunately. But yeah, it's one of those things where you've just got to be consistent with it. You can have cheat days, you can have days where you wave up and down, but if you are overall going down, trending down every week, you will lose weight objectively. No amount of like, what's the word for it? Stupid word, but it makes sense. Metabolism can outrun science, you know? Don't usually have a carton of Pepsi Max in your crib. Yeah, I do. There you go. Should drink one. It's not cold enough. So yeah, this is a Kenny Omega shirt, by the way. So yeah, and what got you motivated? Just wanting to. I got up to 80. I noticed like I was getting strong, but I was like starting to look like chubbier in the face, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to cut down cut down the facial fat and kind of just drop a few kilos. And one thing led to another, and now I'm like 69, 70, which is very light. That's the lightest I've been since high school. So I will go back up now, because that is quite skinny. You don't want to get that much slower at my body fat level and everything. So it's one of those things that is not for everyone. Probably could have stopped at 72. As you can see, like I'm quite skinny now, but then now when I build back up, I'll get stronger. Favorite Pepsi is Pepsi Max. Charms Guy says, what's your favorite collectible or memorabilia that you own? That's a good question, actually. I don't know the answer for that. What is the answer for that? Favorite collectible? I have some really cool like pro wrestling trading cards. I've got a lot of Japanese pro wrestling magazines, like Japanese Pro Wrestling, which are really, really good. Like they're really great. I've got stuff from Activision and stuff like the Crash like Pinata, Aku mask up there. Like I've got like cool stuff like that. And what was it, like memorabilia? Yeah, just like stuff from Japan and stuff like that. Like a lot of my game collection, and yeah. Laura says, when can I teach you any percent? And 2, I'm living inside your walls. This is not a question. Interesting. Well, come and get me. When can you know what? Whenever you want. I just can't do the fucking tech though. I can't do those secret jumps. I just don't know how to do them. But you know what? It should be a date. We should figure it out. Like a date as in a date in time. Yeah. Dinosaur Bites, the legend himself, Rob says, another Q&A, another opportunity for me to ask, when are you going to play Muppet Monster Adventure? I'm pretty sure we're both teenagers when I first asked, but we're in too deep to give it now. I know, you did ask when you were a teen, so I was a teen too, fuck. The thing is, the good news is about this is that if you are a fan of Nintendo 64, right, he's doing it. He's doing Muppet Monster Adventure, and I'm going to be in it next year. LP Renaissance, as I keep saying. I keep saying that term, LP Renaissance. Let's play Renaissance. It's coming next year, Nintendo 64. You're going to see me be able to comment on Muppet Monster Adventure. So look forward to that. Does the name CrystalFissure's come from that one location in KH2 or something else? Correct. It is from Kingdom Hearts 2. Love it. Steven said, Abdullah says, I have little self-control, so it's tough to lose weight. It is tough. Absolutely. And this first few weeks are shit. You're going to be hungry. It sucks. You're going to bed hungry. That's just reality. It sucks. Drink water. Drink sparkling water. Drink Pepsi Max, because there's like 3 calories in it, right? Holy Jesus Christ. The Armchair Business. Who are you? Send me a message on Twitter. You're the fucking most generous guy I know. This is incredible. Or girl. Or they. Or anything. That's truly just a lovely thing to do. I really do mean it. Any kind of donation is really very much appreciated. Like, I love it. Just before this, Steven says, I listened to the post-wrestling audio doc on Owen Hart's final day. Wasn't where how bad the trial tore the family apart. Yeah, because the problem is with the family, with Owen Hart's family, is that they were just fucked, and they still required and needed that respect from Vince, and they needed that reverence from Vince McMahon, and that's why I think he's so evil, because he's just got this stranglehold on people, and they fucked their whole life. He's fucked these whole people's lives up. My hope, Owen's going to get Owen in AEW. My hope is that if this can bring Martha Hart and Owen Hart back together, I'm going to bawl my eyes out of happiness, in happy tears. Please, I just want them to get along, because it's such a shame how it all went down. Could you check out my Twitter after Spyro 4? My name is MMA and Spyro fan. Sold my business, so going to ramp up my art. Also, what's your hardest minigame from Spyro Trilogy? Let's see. Oh, MMA and Spyro fan. Oh, very cool. It's from March 17. Should keep posting, because I like it. I mean, everyone, this has got 2 likes. Give it more. There we go. Everyone go like this. I like it. Warlock Worlds. Very cool art there. Good on you, MMA and Spyro fan. Very cool. Let's hope Tyson Fury finishes Bronze Bomber boxing career. Is that Wilder? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, cool. Very good. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to refresh, but have more than 2, folks. Come on, guys. Give it a like. It's cool. Are you a coffee drinker, Mr. Fisher, or more Pepsi? Yeah, I drink coffee and Pepsi. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Not Ripto's father, aka Noel. She says, what's the worst thing that Lou Boy, brackets Papa, so everyone knows. I love how you spell Lou Boy, by the way, L-O-O, has gotten in trouble for. I remember a situation involving massive amounts of TP. Does it get worse than this? No, that's pretty much it. That was fucking ridiculous. That was crazy. That was ridiculous. Toilet paper was everywhere. He also just pisses in places for no reason. He's just an idiot. He's an idiot, but I love him, though. He's an idiot. Stash says, favorite pro wrestler currently. Look, and let me tell you, if there's any fucking Jim Cornette fans in here, I'm going to be seething, because I hate him. To me, Kenny Omega is the definitive. Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson are 2 sides of the same coin. They have 2 different pro wrestlers, but similar. They both have excellent psychology, and not that I give a shit about psychology. I'm gonna give you an unpopular opinion about wrestling, okay? And it's like semi-facetious, but it's semi-serious. Wrestling is about doing cool moves and looking like a badass. People that use the term psychology and over-rely on the term psychology are boring. Who cares about the psychology actually, right? Okay, it does kind of matter, but just fucking, it's about fun. You're watching wrestling to have fun. You don't need to look at it like it's a thesis. Kenny Omega is can both do the methodical style, he can do technical style, he can do flips. He has done everything you could possibly want to do in your career. He has achieved everything that you possibly can without being in WWE, and there is nothing wrong with not being in WWE. So Kenny is my all-time favorite. Okada's an all-time favorite. Shingo also. Shingo is fantastic. Danielson. And then I like anyone that does flips. I love flips. Phoenix, Pentagon, etc. Do a let's play of Deadly Premonition. Good idea, actually. That's I should, because I love Kingdom. I love what's it called? What's the game? Yeah, like Twin Peaks. Yeah. Okay. Oh, these are cool artwork as well. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so let's see what do we got here. Feetuska, yeah. Says, by the way, Rob, he's a fuckhead. He's just a prick, hack, racist, sexist piece of shit, shock jock, a wrestling commentator and former wrestling manager that is just human filth, human garbage, and there's absolutely no argument against it. Anyone that says he's just doing it as a character is a fucking idiot. Oh, and just real quick as well, and Against the Machine, female wrestlers' favorite ones are Riho, Jamie Hayter, Serena Deeb, Utami Hayashishita, who else? I love Maki Ito. I will not hear any slander against Maki Ito. I think she's fantastic. She's really, improved in ring this year. I was also a big fan of Tsukasa Fujimoto when I saw her. So don't worry. I actually, I love women's wrestling as well. Like, watch Riho versus Jamie Hayter from Dynamite today. It was a fucking great match. Excellent match. And then next week we got Riho versus Jamie Hayter. So yeah, next week we got Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. Actually, Shida, I saw her live in a death match against Risa Serra. So no, I love women's wrestling as well. I love Joshi. I just forgot that it's a bit generic of me for just saying men wrestlers, but no, it's too many to list, But sorry, Feetuska, before I get to this super chat as well, I haven't watched you in like 3 years. What have you been up to? How's your life been? Do you have a cool job and a beautiful wife already? Any future plans? I do not have a beautiful future wife. I do not have a beautiful wife. My life has been, I'd say good, really. Yeah, pretty good up until like this week. There's still plenty of good things, but it's a weird part of time right now. I learned what anxiety was this week for sure. Just the feeling of just horrible. It's like your stomach just like you can't eat anymore. It's fucked. Thank you, Chrono Crater. $5 donation here saying, I've been a subscriber for a long time now. Good to see you. I want to hire you to make a game soundtrack one day. Hey, let's work out a price and we'll do it. No, I would love to help you out with this. You want it to be in this sort of style, like drum and bass or more house, or this is a great track. I love this one. As I said, I'm having a great time just listening to my own music, because I listen to my own music all the time because I pretty much make it for myself. You know what I mean? WWE is like peeing in the dark and trying to aim for the ball. It's fun and annoying at the same time. I think the difference is that you can pee with a light on with another promotion, and then I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. You've got to be a mod, Rob. Do you still like CTR Nitro Field? It says Lorno Vio. I do like Nitro Field, but I want it in 60 frames. Give me that goddamn game in 60 frames. Give it to me on PC. I need it. It'd be fucking awesome. What about Izzy Shaw as a favorite female wrestler? You know what? I do love Izzy Shaw. She's fantastic. Go check her out. It's Meteora Girl on ISGP. Daquan says, Golf Spa. Musical Man, you asked that yeah, I guess, yes, I am. Are there any games you'd like to play on the channel that you haven't yet? Says Golf Spa. Good question. Yes, actually. I was talking about this before with someone. I'm about to get to your question, Daquan. Nice. I really want to play. Yeah, Madagascar, really good game. Over the Hedge, really good game. From what I've played, I haven't actually played much of Over the Hedge, but I haven't. And then probably like I want to play Psyops, the something conspiracy or whatever. It's like a kind of like similar to, it's like kind of like a more action version of Second Sight. If you guys remember, I did an LP of Second Sight. Daikon says, if you could mix 2 classic Spyro levels together to make one amalgam level, which 2 would you mix and what would it make? All right, let's do Charm Ridge. Right, let's do Charm Ridge and Crystal Glacier. Like a crystally, snowy Charm Ridge with like cracks in the ground. You can like break through the ground and stuff like that. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be cool. Hey, armchair business. If you've quit, you said you've quit. You've sold your business to go and ramp up. Hopefully you've sold it for a good amount of money. Please tell me you've done that, because it's too generous to give away £20. That's almost $40. So again, thank you very, very much. That is truly lovely thing to do. I keep saying that, but hey, you don't have to do it this. It's very lovely. But you say, what would be your dream job? Recently had a head hunting business, author some books, and now do my art. Always great to do what you enjoy. Also huge Spyro fan. Well, I'm really hope. Please tell me you made some serious money, because I don't want to keep taking your money, because it's a lot. Yeah, as I say, my dream job, like honestly, like web design is awesome. That is kind of a dream job, but I would love to do web design and like a step up, do more like consulting with it, managing other web designs, like smaller web designers. I'd love to make YouTube be more full-time, like more content creation, stuff like that. You author some books, that's freaking great. That's fantastic. Very, very good. Send me a link, send me a DM to some of this stuff, because this is very cool. Headhunting business, like fucking hell. This is brilliant. Authors. Okay, I'm just having a look here, just one sec. Was watching a playthrough of Speed Tricks recently. I couldn't stop laughing at your reaction when you beat Beamer. Exactly. See, I was just talking, I don't know if you joined the stream yet, but I was just talking about Beamer. That was like one of my favorite memories, like Speed Freaks. Let me show you. Go check this out for later. I had to lower the volume like 23 dB. Look at this. Oh, it's a classic. I wish I could do more techno. Detroit techno, this is called. 8K views. Check that out later, guys, okay? Check that out later. It is seriously one of the hardest video game bosses. It is, absolutely, objectively. It is objectively one of the most difficult bosses in game history. Charm Glacier. Yeah, Charm Glacier, exactly. Let's see. Let's see here, some Iron Pump. No sense cocky say, but I just say this for the love I have for CTF. It's just good server where people play ranked. Would it be interesting casting some of the tournament onto your channel or give more interest in the game? Yeah, speak to me on Twitter or whatever, because yeah, that's like a good place to send me a DM or whatever, because yeah, I do enjoy looking some of the tournament. Like the thing is with CTR though, it's like I want to see more. I want to see more. Because yeah, there's just I need that 60 FPS. I need that next level of it, because it already look good on PS4, but I need it like PS5 PC. But yeah, we're gonna chat. My question was based on a dream I had where Ripper's Rated DLC, where the assist levels mixing up. That'd be so cool if you had like both of them on each side. That'd freaking rule. I'd love that. Okay. What do we got here? We ever play? There's another question about Gex. That's really interesting. Will you ever play Gex 1 and 3 on the channel? Also, considering all the Spyro streams you do, will you stream ETD now? Now that can be played 60 FPS with Dolphin, and we have a lot of new information in the game content in the game / cut content thanks to Mr. F01. Yeah, well, I think it can actually go above 60, but like on PS, any PlayStation generation, obviously nothing ever went above 60. Like on PC, it's different, but nothing ever went above 60 for, you know, consoles, early consoles. So yeah, it's a good idea. I think I should do a 60 FPS stream of Enter the Dragonfly. That'll be fun because I actually will be playing the game like it's meant to be played, like actually look decent, with the frame rate, load a bit faster. But yeah, Gex 3, Musical Man, that's the thing. I couldn't beat it either. That's why that's why I've been like, I don't want to do it. You know, like I just don't, I can't be bothered. Like it's gonna give me such a fucking pain in the ass. But maybe I'll do it. We'll see. Okay, we have, Gex 1 again. Gex 1 way too hard. That game's fucked. It's ridiculous. Also, considering the other Spyro stream, sorry, that's another one. Q&A, what do you think about Crash 5 will be about from the 106 ending? I have no idea what the story will be about, but I just hope it's slightly easier. And that sounds like I'm not a casual, but it was too much. It was just too much to get 106%, and I never would be able to do it. I'm just going to fully admit that I'll never be able to do it, flat out. Kingsley's Adventure, I played the demo of that, loved it as a kid. That's the thing, yeah, I played that. The first level was really hard in the demo disc, so I might do like a stream of Kingsley, that'd be fun. What have we got here? Aaron J, are you happy with the direction Yakuza's going in with it being turn-based? Great question, because Yakuza's probably leapfrogged into my top 5 favourite video game franchises of all time. Behind like Spyro, Crash. I mean, it may even be above Crash at this point. I fucking love Yakuza. Look, my thing with the directions, I just played Lost Judgment. Love Lost Judgment. Awesome game. A bit too... fuck, I wish that they didn't do... There's one character death that just bothered me. I get why they did it, but fuck, it was so sad, so depressing. I wish they didn't do it. Like, I almost wish they didn't do it. Even though it kind of drove the story, I wish they didn't do it. But I don't mind if it can get turn-based one game and then platform, like a fighter the next turn gets. I'm okay with that, but I'm worried that Judgment's going to be over now because of the whole issue with the modeling agency that owns the rights to the guy that like his model off, because it's like really fucked up. Okay, I'm just looking at some questions here. You should have a purple filter for your streams. Yeah, I've already got like a little LUT on here actually. Lost Judgment is a madhouse of fun. I love it. I still haven't beaten so many. I've actually got it on my PS5 right now. I haven't actually beaten all the side missions. I haven't done fuck all of like the school stuff, which I need to do. Yeah. Acorn says, funny story. I discovered your channel years and years ago when you uploading soundtracks. So funny and involved into a channel I regularly watch. And you've even been in an ISGP, you bloody legend. Come back into the server. It's always good to see you, Acorn. You're a good man. You're a good man. You know, you're a busy man, but you're a good man. I dislike the psychology behind Crash games. They're designed to be hunged, 100%ed. That's key for language. By psychos, whereas Spyro games are designed to be hunged by normal people. Crash demands too much perfection. It's harsh, but there's a point there. There's a point there. Crash is fucking crazy. Like, it is crazy to beat that. Yeah. Pixely the Gamer says, what's your favourite moment in MP Carlson video in your opinion? Lost Judgment is the sequel to Judgment. It's a Yakuza spin-off. So have you heard of Spyro? Yeah, Chilean artist. I'll check him out though. You asked in the stream here. What's the funniest moment of MP Carlson video? Oh fuck, it was one of the Ripto's racist ones to have in stitches years ago. Anything he's ever done though, like in the MP Carlson, like the MP Carlson ISGP highlights are freaking astounding. They are like some of the most fun. Yeah, some of the most fun I've ever had, like watching those highlights. What is the age of thou I am listening to? What is that? What does age of thou mean? I don't know if that's like good music or bad music. It's called Percussionist Secreto. Yes, great name, Secret Percussion, right? It's when I thought it was a genius for using different language stuff. It's Secret Percussion, and it's a bloody good, yeah. Again, thank you to Armchair Business for another $5 donation. The generosity is unbelievable. Can't seem to send a DM. Who won't allow me? Hold up. Let's change that. There you go. Now you can. Okay, so let's see. Can we get a hello on CrystalFissure's here? There you go. Hello everyone, CrystalFissure's here. Hello everyone, CrystalFissure's here. Okay. What are your top 3 Spyro enemies? I mean, like level enemies. That's a bloody question. I have no idea. What is the... Best enemies. Fuck, I've got no idea. That has completely floored me. Because I don't... It makes me think I'm not a real Spyro fan because I'm not thinking of the enemies like that. Let me go get the monkey. I'll go get the monkey. Yeah. Oh man. Right, ready? Isn't he beautiful? Yeah, very paternal. This is like Mama saying goodbye to Jan. He's like taps his thing like this. Like he's like recognized it, except like pretend that this is like the human arm. The monkey is like goes like this. It's crazy. There you go. There you go. We'll keep him there. I love it. But what was the other? Yeah, the question. The enemies. You know, I really dig. Now that I think about it, I really dig. You know, for example, in Desert Ruins. I absolutely love because they're really difficult to beat. You know, was it like the like scorpions? Scorpions are brilliant. The other ones I actually really like are it's a lot of stuff from Spyro 3. I really like you know, the Crystal Islands enemies, the crystal kind of those big things like that where they kind of pop. Of course, you can't go wrong with one of the original like Glimmer, like, you know, guys with a big thing like that. It's not, I don't have anything but I need to think about it. I need to like make like a compendium of all the enemies and then do a proper thing. By the way, put in your last questions now because I'm almost at the end of the video comments. In fact, there's only one more left, really. Except for someone calling me gorgeous. Thank you, Musical Man. Who's your funniest friend online and why is it me, says Bubble Dink? Well, Bubble Dink, you are a good friend and you're a good guy and you are funny. That's Rodri, a friend of mine from ISGP, so dab on the haters there. Actually, let's let him dance to this track. This is more than a consumer. This is the only track that's actually from this EP that's actually up on YouTube. Don't want him to move too much. This is from IKEA. Ready? And then he's going to go mental with this. So I hope this in line. I hope this is not like out of sync. That's me singing that, by the way. Step into the future. You are more than a consumer. It's just a bullshit line I made up. Yeah. Classic. Alright, anyway. He's loving a rave. Have you ever done psychedelic mushrooms? Probably not. Because life is already hectic enough. So I don't think I need the mushrooms to like get any more hectic. But it's fair. Like people want to do it safely. Like it's good. But yeah, it's one of those things where like I just don't need it. I just don't think I need it. Alright, so here's some of those last questions here. So, I'm new to you. What do you do other than creating music and gaming? Do you do anything corporate? How do you keep yourself busy? So yeah, web designer, that's my job. But yeah, keep doing wrestling as well in the wrestling industry, like local level, presenting, producing, all that kind of stuff. I recommend you look into the game Crosscode. It's a fun top-down Zelda game with dungeons and sorts. Okay, Stash, I'll look it up. If you're the booker of an AEW New Japan Super Show and trying to sell out a football stadium, what's your top 3 matches you're booking? Okay, simply put, Okada Omega 5, of course. I go Danielson Shingo, if you just wanted to do the most fucked mental shit you could ever do. And maybe CM Punk Tanahashi or CM Punk Kenta. I think that'd just be ridiculous. I don't know if it's still at a football stadium, but who cares what Americans want with wrestling like that? If they don't want to see that, fuck them. Now, New Japan and Noah dream match with AEW would actually be Go Shiozaki versus Kenny Omega. That'd be a dream match. They've actually never faced each other ever. Joshua says, hey dude, love the channel. Have you heard of the family made Spyro music out there? There's 200 Coleman style playlists on YouTube. I guess you say Copeland? And yes, I have. Yes, and I'm friends with some of the guys that produce it, like Copeland. Fantastic, talented people. Very, very talented. You're just like 20 years old. Have you ever been disappointed that you didn't gain fast traction subscriber-wise? That's a deep question. Look, would I love to have 100,000 subscribers right now? Yeah. But I think there'd be a lot more pressure on the channel if it was, you know, like I wouldn't be able to go away, I wouldn't be able to have the freedom, I wouldn't be able to like work at my like quote unquote real job. So I think me being like a little bit, you know, more casual, I think it's okay. You know, like I love to make more money from YouTube, I love to get more views, everyone wants that. But I think I can accept that I'm not as big as a bigger channel that dedicates more time to it. You know, this is just a fun thing for me. You know, but yeah. This is a headbanger. This is like one of my favorites I've ever done because it's just so different. It's like got that CrystalFisure house energy, but it's like 140. It's a bit of a throwback to like the old days when we used to do 147 BPM tracks, like in the early days. And it's like kind of got this. It's a good headphone track. In the car, like it works, but like it's a real good headphones. There's like a lot of ready. It's coming. There's like some really great hi-hat things, which I really like. But yeah, no, it doesn't piss me off, Rob, to ask about drugs. Like I just don't, you know, do this. I like that you can hear it in the different ears. It's kind of stereo. That's just there's like a vocoder thing on my voice. So not vocoder, but like a pitch thing, so it sounds like I'm actually in pitch because I'm not that good at pitch. So the definition of house music definition. Let me get the definition up because I just know that house is house. House is a genre of electronic dance music characterized by repetitive 4-on-the-floor beat, a typical tempo of 120 to 130 beats per minute. It was created by DJs and producers from Chicago's underground club cultures in the 1980s as DJs from the subculture began altering disco songs, given more mechanical beat and deeper bass line. Okay, so let's see. So there is listen. Step into the future. It's like that was like really, yeah. But yeah, there's barely any vocals. Why is house music called house music? Let's see. The origins are disputed. Some house music enthusiasts claim that the term is derived from the name of a club called The Warehouse in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Underground warehouse parties became popular among teenagers living in the Chicago area. One of these underground spots, attended primarily by gay, black, and Latino men, became known as The Warehouse. Chip E's recording It's House may have also helped define this new form of electronic music. Chip E claims the name came from methods of labeling records at the Imports Etc. record store where he worked in the early 1980s. Music that DJ Knuckles played at the Warehouse nightclub was labeled as heard at the Warehouse, which was shortened to simply The House. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. Well, with that, we're pretty much done. What a pleasure. What a great stream this was. This was awesome. Loved it. Again, one more time to get some questions in. I know it's like a little bit behind, but yeah, it's been great. Really glad to do this. It's been a pleasure, as I said. Give the video a like if you liked it. Sort of spread it out. Put your Google search on dark mode. The white lights make it like a ghost. I know I should. Everything else is like dark mode, but yeah. If you're a Spider-Man fan, look up Andrew Garfield chasing paparazzi. All right. Let's see. Hey, hi, hey. What's he doing? Well, Andrew Garfield, look at this mother. Love it. In the top comments, I'm actually surprised in the end that Andrew didn't actually get mad at the fan. Just talk to me. How emotional. Cool. Good stuff. One of my favorites, Offward Society. I didn't know you listened, Connor. Good on you. Good track. It is a good track. I love Offward Society. Good night, Rob. And I think it's time for me to leave as well. It's been a pleasure, guys. I love you guys. It's been awesome. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. Thank you very much for the donations as well. By one very generous, the Armchair Business, and also Chrono Crater, yeah. Guys, it's been a pleasure, as I said. Really enjoy it. Really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for next year. Can't wait for next year. I'll end this with my pal Val here moving to Charles Manson, talk about murdering, cause people to murder. Ready?
I might be ashamed of that, for not doing enough, for not giving enough, for not being more perceptive, for not being aware enough, for not understanding, for being stupid. Maybe I should have 400 or 500 people.
I cut that bit out. Like maybe I should have. Yeah, it's like killed. It's meant to say killed. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.